Hello everyone, it's Becky here from Ivy's Corner, back for day number 15 of Inktober Tangles 2025. Today is a tangle called Puffle by Sandy Hunter CDT. So let's get drawing. In my booklet here, I'm going to open up to the next page. I have 3 for day 15. So we're basically halfway through Inktober. Can't believe it. Puffle is an interesting tangle. It's not dissimilar to it's kind of a combination between 2 tangles that Sandy has stepped out for us. Sandy has done a collection of, on the page where the step out for this is, she's done a collection of kind of mixing multiple tangles together, which is a really fun thing to do. And I'd recommend that you check out all these different tangles that Sandy has mashed together. And this particular tangle is a combination of a tangle called Prestwood and a tangle called Cruffle. So it's come together to make Puffle, and it's a fun pattern which is kind of quite textured and kind of can be used as a border as well. So let's have a little go at drawing it together. Now, Sandy's Step Out has multiple different versions of doing this pattern. You can kind of draw it sort of teardrops next to each other. I'm going to do a version with almost like a heart shape sort of next to each other, but we're going to draw this initial line and create these heart shapes. So I'm going to start here, and imagine doing a wiggly line, except we're going to add some extra texture to it at the top. So we're going to start here and come in and then draw a little heart like so, but then come back in to meet this line that we began at here. And then we're going to create the same shape if you imagine it drawn upside down. So with this curve, we're forming the top part of this next heart that's going to be upside down compared to this one. So we're going to come round in a heart shape and then back to meet this arc of the heart, and then continue in that way. So we're doing a continuous line, which is going to create these little kind of tessellating heart shapes all together until I'm going to finish it off there. And then I'll just add a little flourish onto this one as well. So you can see where the beginning and the end of our shape is. Now within these kind of heart shapes that we've created here, we're going to add some sort of auras, but like tethered auras. So I'm going to start here, an aura around here, come back down, and just going to create these sort of teardrop shape auras within these kind of 2 spaces, and then we can aura that itself as well. And you can do that as many times as you like, really. But this is the basis of this pattern. So we're going to do the same thing upside down in this section. So create this teardrop petal shape, 2 of them together in each of these lobes, I suppose she calls them in her step out, and then just aura those again. So we're creating this really lovely texture within these shapes of our little heart-shaped line that we drew. And then we're just nice and slowly going to take our time auraing or adding in tethered auras to these shapes that we've created. And you can see that this is creating this really lovely texture. It's quite soothing to draw this one. And I like tangles, I mean, heart shapes are not my favourite ones to draw really, but I quite like tangles where you create heart shapes that almost don't look like heart shapes, if that makes sense. And I feel like this is one of those. So they're kind of creating this fun texture. Now, if you want to, you can add some additional embellishments to this. I'm going to add a couple of little dots just to the centre of these central kind of auras that I did, just for a little bit of extra texture. It's up to you if you want to do that. I like to try and add a little embellishment here and there to certain patterns, but the standard step out doesn't have this, but I thought it was a nice little extra. And so you can do that, but there's lots of different ways that you can embellish this pattern. But it looks like a really pretty pattern, I think, a really pretty border or texture. And it lends itself well to shading, and we can just pop a little bit of shade in these converging lines. Anywhere where lines converge in a tangle is a good place to add depth and shading. So just popping that down there is going to give us a little bit of extra depth to the centre of this. And then I might also just put a couple of little bits of shade around some of these edges as well. Just here and there to balance it a little. Otherwise we'll end up with all the shade in the centre and nothing on the outside. So just gently blending that, my very delicate paper, and softening the graphite that I've added, and just blending to take away any harsh edges. And that is going to give us this lovely pattern. Really, really nice one to draw, really fun and very soothing, as I said, with those repetitive aura lines. So this is going to be day 15. And the tangle is Puffle. And that is by Sandy Hunter. There we go. That is day 15 of Inktober Tangles 2025. I hope you enjoyed that lesson. Do follow me on all the Instagram, TikTok, other social media, because I'm posting short versions of these longer narrated lessons every day on Inktober. For Inktober, I'm going to be doing a little narrated lesson of each of the tangles, so you can like this video and subscribe to my channel to see more from me in that regard as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you for the next one.